Hi guys, having established the chassis I built for this one fits these other cars from the same range, the Poundland range, but there's a problem with the steering. The front wheels are just a little bit too far back. They foul the back of the wheel arch. So having discovered that, I have two choices. I could just cut the back of the body shell, or I could redesign the chassis. So redesigning the chassis is actually pretty easy. I just move these parts forwards a little bit in the Tinkercad design. So I've just reprinted it. So these are the parts we need. That goes on there. That goes across there. They go in here. Probably need a bit of trimming to make them fit, yeah. Because fresh out the printer, they've got a little bit of extra that we need to trim off, but they'll fit in there. So I'll do that. The where are they? Oh, there they are. I'll pull the wheels off here and fit them on there. I've printed the gears as well. So I'll do all that and see if we can get it working, or at least the first thing I want to do is see if we get the clearance on the steering. Well, before we go any further, I've just put the front wheels on and that looks perfect. We've got clearance, front and back. So yeah, pleased with that. All I did was moved all those steering bits forwards 2.5 millimeters to put them in the middle of those wheel arches, the front wheel arches. Whereas on this one, you'll see they are in the middle. Obviously this one's got a slightly shorter wheelbase. Which is annoying, because it would have been nice for them to be identical across the whole range. But as I said in the previous video, the fact they only go forwards and backwards as standard, they don't need to worry about the wheels fouling the bodywork or the wheel arches when they turn, because they don't turn in the original. So yeah, that looks fine. Whether I'll put all the bits on there, I'll have a little think. I suppose it would be nice to put all the bits on there and see it running. Right, servo in place. So we need some paper clips which we'll straighten out and use for the linkages. Oh, the wheels I've shown on several videos. I use these nails as the stub axles or little axles. Cut them to length. They happen to be 2 millimeter diameter. So the head on the nail stops the axle sliding through, so that works out quite nicely. I've made a slight modification to the main gear. I've added that bit on the side of it, a spacer, so that when it sits in there. If we can get it to sit in there. Go on, sit in there. Try and do it one-handed. I should have put the camera back in the tripod. Right, back there. So now it doesn't slide side to side as much as the other one did. I had to put some spacers in it to stop the other one sliding side to side. So that stays in place, which keeps the back axle in line. No idea if this electric motor is any good. I do have, if you saw previous videos, I've got a drawer full of them. These are a couple of plastic boxes full that I brought down. But I noticed that one had already got the JST lead on it. So we'll see if that one works. So we need to push that onto there. I've actually made those holes a little bit small to make sure they're tight, but I think I've been over generous on the tightness. But I'll tap that through and then we'll see if that motor actually works. Well, I've put a battery on it and it works, but I don't know if it works well enough. We'll see. That's the motor in place. That shows the alignment of the gears. So we've got a tiny little bit of movement. I'll put the cover on. To make it simple, I'm just going to connect the wires from the existing radio control to the new chassis. So servo across. Which one's the motor? That one. Okay. Put that up there, switch that one on. Okay, we have steering. Actually, that's reversed. So obviously, whatever I used that motor for before needed the directions the opposite way around. But I can swap that over on here. Right, so what I'll do is I'll just move that battery and receiver and ESC across to there, and we'll see if this one runs. Right, steering. yeah, that seems to be a complete success, and we've adjusted the position of the front wheels so they don't foul the bodywork. That'll do. I suppose because people want to do drifting all the time now, leaving the plastic wheels on there is ideal for them. Yeah. And I reckon that one's a BMW. I'm sure somebody will correct me. Just for the record, I thought I'd better try that new chassis in this body shell, whichever car this one is. And on this one, the wheels foul the front of the body shell now, or the wheel arch. So it looks like if you want to make them radio controlled and have steering, which is logical, then you have to do a special a special chassis for each one. Because this one, it needs to come back a little bit, but then if it comes back a little bit, the wheel's going to foul on the back, which is what the original chassis was doing. So I think you have to move the wheels in a bit so they don't foul the body. That's annoying. I was hoping we could do just one for all of them, but it looks like each one's slightly different, even though they are using the same chassis and the flywheel motor, the same one on all of them, as far as I can tell. Thanks for watching. If you want more information, check down below in the video description. If you like this video, you might like this one up here. And if you want to subscribe, you can check out my channel over here. Up here is my latest video on my channel, and down here is a video playlist associated with the video you've just watched. Thanks again for watching.